we're going to do your October reading for the Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus sign of Scorpio. Take what resonates with you, toss the universe what does not. It's not meant for you, and that's okay. I'm going to use the singing bowl. As I do so, taking that deep breath in, and then exhaling whenever you feel so inclined to do so. It is going to help balance your energy, set your intentions, and prepare for the messages, okay? If you are new or returning to the channel, welcome. I'm so happy to have all of you. Thank you so much for liking, sharing, subscribing, commenting. It means so much to me to see the channel growing. I can't express that enough, so thank you. Hi, Scorpio. Well, hey, the Masters of Transformation. When this card came out while I was meditating, I kind of got a chuckle because I was like, really now? You got 28. And it is, don't run from the darkness, embrace your shadow side. Now, if I know a sign that embraces their shadow side better than a Scorpio, I don't really know, right? So I feel like, you know, what aspect of yourself have you been afraid to look at? Scorpio often takes a deep dive, your sign transformation. You'll take that deep dive down that rabbit hole of inner reflection and you'll do the work. There is no shame in your game, but I feel like this is a sense of you've been doing it for some time. But I feel like there's I don't want to say there's never an end to our growth, but you're coming full circle in this point where you really have embraced your shadow side, the parts of you that aren't so, you know, glorious, and you worry less about that throughout life because you know, there's so many other things, and often the people that are throwing the shit are often the dirtiest, right? And so we learn that as we go, right? And Scorpio, that's that energy right there. We're going to start with this singing bowl. Peace, love, health, and wealth, Scorpio. Right now, I feel like you could be feeling a little scattered, a little bit chaotic, running in circles with your head cut off, and not really getting anything done. And that could be a lot to do with the fact that we are in retrograde, and we're coming to the end of a cycle, end of the year with a, you know, transformation changes. It's been a long year. We've all done a lot of things, a lot of work internally, externally, things have happened. And, you know, it's been a time of hurt and pain and understanding the pain and the process and understanding how to still be spiritual or find some sort of spirituality in what's left of the muck, right? It's coming in for Scorpio here. We got, look at that, the Nine of Pentacles. Oh, I like to see abundance for you, my friends. That is a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, but like that, the coconuts are going to fall for you, my friends. And for some time, it's been a little bit scarce. And I feel like you've been feeling it. The Daughter of Coins coming in, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. It is coming in reverse. We have the Sun of Cups coming in reverse here. Casting, you know, I feel like this is sense, you know, it is interesting that that comes out in reverse. I often see that as upright would be a sort of you kind of watering that darkness that we said, watering those shadow periods. That's what I mean, really putting in the work. The Lovers card comes in for you, Gemini energy. And we have that Ten of Swords coming out here in reverse because you're leaving the pain behind in that sense. And we have the Star card coming out here in reverse as well as that Tower moment. Seven of Swords. Underlying energy is a little bit tricky. I feel like but I feel like you sense it. You know something's coming. You know somebody's up to no good here. And I feel like you've been feeling this for some time, Scorpio. And I feel like the proof is about to be in the pudding for you. And when it happens, it's going to be like this epiphany moment. You know, hope is you've been sort of lacking hope or not feeling like you understood the way forward for some time. And that's because, you know, you've been stuck in that Tower moment. But, you know, the Tower is coming out in reverse, which is great because you're rebuilding from the muck, the pain, the process. You're finding hope in the nitty-gritty moments again. And Scorpio, this is going to be a fortunate time for you. You may have not been fortunate in love in the recent past. I feel a lot of heartbreak led to those Ten of Swords moment, to the Three of Swords moment. A lot of pain here, but it doesn't have to be that way. And that isn't the outcome for you, my friends, at the end of the day. You got the Seven of Cups coming underneath the Nine of Pentacles, indicating there's some choice regarding some abundance or maybe a work opportunity that could be coming in for you, Scorpio. And that is reflected there. We've also got that Three of Cups coming in for you. A celebration here, but also a sense of collaboration. You know, working in a team sense about something. Underneath that Sun of Cups, my friends, is the yucky, disgusting Three of Swords. it is not what we want to see here. And I feel like, but you knew that you've been watering something that's been dark in a sense for a little bit too long. We've got the Justice card coming underneath love. It's going to be balanced out. There is, you know, the energy of heartbreak that you've been feeling so long, the neglect, the feeling of being overburdened and not respected, or, you know, in return is coming. That Knight of Swords, getting up and determined to go forward, fight for your freaking victory here, and that's what you're going to do. That's coming underneath the Ten of Swords for you. Look at that, my friends. On the bottom of this deck is the Wheel of Fortune. It is fated. It is karmic. It is coming. And you already know this. I feel like this is, you're like, yeah, I know. Just what is it? What is coming? And for some of you, it's going to be regarding love. For some of you, it's going to be regarding your work life. But all around, this is a sense of whatever's you kind of been accepting in terms of whether it's career, you know, home life, whatever it is, you've been accepting and just taking on the chin. No more, my friends. You know, success and abundance is coming in for you. But there is a choice with the Seven of Cups, something that you have to actually make a solid choice on. Maybe you've been back and forth on this energy for some time, but this is a card of pure positivity. But with the Seven of Cups, you're confused, maybe, you know, misguided, not having all the information forward. And I feel like you have to consider what is enriching you. What is it that you want, Scorpio? What is going to make you happy at the end of the day? And whatever it is, fight for that and choose that. Richness of spirit does not come from money, right? Rather, it comes from that form of culture that brings color to our life. Music, poetry, art, you know, nature, right? But nature's made directly by the artist divine itself. So this is a sense of getting outside, you know, and seeing how you appreciate the beauty in the divine's working instead of so much of the negativity that we often see in life and the evil that is in the world. There's so much more beauty in the world as well. So what is filling your heart right now? Who or what brings color and brightness to your everyday life? You have to open your heart to seeing this opportunity that is present for you. Again, I feel like you're a little bit restricted, not seeing how that opportunity is coming to be, because again, stuck in the nitty gritty of the situation. This, you know, is a little bit of an irresponsible, non-committal energy that could be coming from you or somebody else, Scorpio. But you're being pointed, you know, to the seed that's in your darn hand, right? You know, mind or heart, whatever it is that you want to plant, nourish, manifest into being, this is your time. Point it, what is it? And is it your truest wishes after all? If you put down those roots, are you going to feel like it wasn't meant to be, right? Your personality sort of is kind of got some, you know, weighing thoughts on this, and it could be societal thoughts as well, but you know, how does your personality continue to unfurl or transform, and is it causing any limiting beliefs in the here and now that are stopping you from making a decision about whatever it is that you feel like you're sort of back and forth on, resistant to moving forward on? Again, a little bit irresponsible energy, ungrounded, not realistic energy coming in. Again, this could be somebody around you. You know, these are, I want to say, is this a fleeting emotion, or is it following you through the long run? Is this some emotion that keeps coming up, Scorpio, repetitively through the time? You're being asked to discern beyond words and actual, you try to put your words into actual intentions, you know? Sometimes that which glitters we all know is not gold, Scorpio. And I feel like at other times, those flipping red flags that we often see as like these pretty decorations, you know, they have to be paid attention to. What red flags have you been ignoring in the past? We often have a deep desire to believe in illusion for some reason, right? Because it manifests our, you know, it makes us feel like it is what we really want, right? So, you know, thinking it is to be ideal, but until that which is before us is indeed a reality, and it is just that smoldering pile of shit, right? What if we're kind of taking the qualities of, you know, an energy into different being, right? And we're seeing that what if we learn to recognize the love, the lover, and the beloved, right? Who is all of those energies in our own self, right? Powerful question there, but what core beliefs, Scorpio, do you have about love and trust? And are they a little bit realistic or unrealistic, depending on, you know, the path that you have? Now, because Lover's card is right next to it, you know, it is definitely some hurt, anger, discernment around this love energy that's got you a little bit jaded. And let's be real, it is keeping you currently from moving forward. It is a Gemini energy, but you have to examine your, you know, the role that you have in life and love with yourself, love, divine love, spirit, and for people, right? But this is appearing in a connection with a relationship and your choice therein. So if you're at a crossroads, let your heart be your guide, Scorpio. This is always the end of the day. You choose love over those lower reactive fear-based emotions, right? To create that conscious connection that keeps us, positive and bringing together the things we want. Remember, the key to healthy outer love is love for yourself. You have to love you before you can love anybody else. There has to be a me before there's a we. You know what I'm saying? So this Ten of Swords coming out in reverse. Scorpio, you've been overburdened. I feel like you've been almost stabbed in the back to one too many times with this Ten of Swords. It feels really heavy, and this is sort of a survival mode that kicks in for you right now. Escaping, ruin from the past hardships, closing a tough chapter in your life is what this truly marks for you. It is tens, endings, and new beginnings. So there's a deep pain to the core of your being right now, and I always say darkest before dawn, but it is the darkness that's surrounding you, and it's kind of breaking you down, but I feel like it's going to lead you to a breakthrough, Scorpio. And if not, there's a sense of be cautious not to remain trapped in this anguish that you're feeling. If you can feel your pain and then you can slowly start to move through it, that is going to be what's beneficial for you at the end of the day, Scorpio. And it's easier said than done, yes, but you have the power to move through this pain. And nobody deserves it more than you, my friends, to move past. And you have choices coming up. Try to get less reactive to feeling. It is hard for you, Scorpio. You're water-based emotions, and it kind of, you have to sort of hang space between some sort of energies or thoughts or feelings. Sometimes, Scorpio, it is hard to do. But, the Seven of Cups to me is like that reminder that we can sort of learn to harness the power of our imaginations and notice if there's some choice involved in what's being imagined, right? Take whatever you're consulting, about, and with an ending which is best possible, that things happen instead of the worst. You don't have to believe that everything is going to manifest badly, right? And oftentimes, again, life puts us in that situation where we almost expect the worst, and if anything else comes along that's better, well, we'll take it, right? Change the way of thinking there. This Three of Cups, we're social beings, Scorpio. You are a social being. For some time, I feel like you've been on the restrict. Most Scorpios like to be by themselves and aloof. You're social to a point, right? And small doses, as I always say. And this is the energy of you kind of embracing the small doses because you feel, you got double threes out. 33, Scorpio, is a powerful number for you. And it is a master number. So, Scorpio, you're going this three, maybe three is a crowd as well because it is coming out with that energy before the three's out. So, it could indicate a third-party energy for some of you. Not everybody. But it is going to be balanced out. The truth will get told, right? And I feel like there's ever a heartbreak moment that you're feeling in this Three of Swords, is if it's coming from third party, whatever it is, you're going to get to the root of this. It won't remain illusory or hidden from you forever. But, again, I always say the Three of Swords depicts, the heart being pierced by three swords. And it is that central sword, right, that represents the emotions that we tend to lead with. Well, the other two on either side might symbolize the harder to express directly. But in order to heal and be one, you have to heal them all, right? And that's sort of what you're doing. You're being honored to this place. If you're kind of leaning into feeling things you're not used to feeling, remember that learning to tolerate distress, like I always say, is a marathon, not a flippin' sprint, Scorpio. Go at your own pace. You reserve that right to take breaks. Stay in touch with people that you need and trust for extra support. And you don't have to do this alone. There's Libra, balance, justice coming in here for you. Something is going to equal out. And karma is coming in with this energy as well. Things that have not been so up and up in you, whether it's you or somebody else, is going to be, dealt out to play here. And I feel like right now, if we can begin to see what we once saw in ourselves as flawed, right, or defective, as a natural consequence of environmental factors that we did not choose, right, we can make space from that urge to punish or make ourselves feel like shit, right? And call it justice. And while it may seem paradoxical, self-compassion may be more effective than self-criticism when it comes to making change. Because you grow more from self-compassion than you do from self-criticism. in my opinion. This Knight of Swords is you're determined to go forward, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. A lot of Libra energy coming in. I feel like this could even be, you know, Spirit helping you along through this. If you feel like you've been in that the darkness for much before dawn, for far too long, this is a sense of, you know, a good thing to know is it's going to go a little bit, there's an energy that's going to go straight, right? But the way to harnessing the power of life and death, you know, the King of Swords, is developing concentration. This is done through practice of meditation and continually putting your focus on things or choosing and returning it to whenever it strays. You know what I mean? A good thing to know is that it is going to stray. A lot of people who have been meditating for hours a day for like 100 years, you know, and not one of them has mastered the ability to not stray. It's not possible, right? The point is the commitment to bringing it back when it does, and often as you need to, right? That's the power and the control of the mind, and that's when you're really winning in this life. It's not so much to staying focused, but bringing it back. That is the true key here, Scorpio. Bring yourself back to focus. Bring yourself back to center. Release the pain that has had its purpose, but it served it, and you've been holding on to it for too long, carrying it around like some baggage or some like honor badge. Drop it. It is not an honor badge anymore, Scorpio. That shit is holding you back. Let's take a look at what your Oracle White Light Healing message is, and we'll read this short passage from the book. It does the world good, and it's tremendous how accurate or close and, you know, resonating they are for the reading so far. Scorpio, transform into your greatest self and let the pain, the shame, and the blame games go. This is your time, and the time's now, Scorpio, for you to truly be the best self. You got 528 hertz mandala of the heart. So put 528 hertz into Google, Scorpio. Throw on a meditation or a sound bath that will do you a world of good. Like I said, this is the time to heal your beautiful heart. Number 17, Scorpio. I'm going to find that right now and read the short passage. Sometimes aspects of our life fall apart or don't go to plan. This is so they can come back together in a beautiful new way. Trust in the goodness, in the inevitable blessing of your destiny falling into place. Do not trust your fears. Put your faith in the love of your heart. A heartfelt wish is going to manifest. Yeah, Scorpio, this is a life-changing experience of love and healing and finding happiness. Bravo, Scorpio. Until next time, namaste.